So we're back, and apologies for a lack of episode on Monday. Bit of a busy weekend, so didn't manage to get one recorded. But we'll try and get this one out actually today on Wednesday at some point, and we'll tackle the Champions League and see how we can make it go. Stick with me. What's up, guys? ChasingLamely here for episode number 95 of Passport to Poland. We're heading in on, or closing in on that magic century mark. And today, as you can see, we're playing in the Champions League second qualifying round, second leg against Vardar, who are from North Macedonia. It's been an interesting one. I'll show you what results you have missed, and then we'll go through what's going on with it. By the way, this will be the last time we ever have to, in theory, go into the qualifying rounds of the Champions League, because I got a notification during the sort of season update day saying that after this season, because of what we've done so far, Poland now qualifies straight for the group stage. The winners of the Polish League now get straight into the group stage, and the second place team goes into the playoffs. So there are 2 Champions League spots up for grabs this year. Anyway, up to this point, you saw us with the last game, the Super Cup final against Lechia. We've then played Jagiellonia and lost 1-0, which was awkward. We only narrowly won the first leg against Vardar, and I might have got a little bit cocky / adventurous, depending how you look at it, because the squad I've actually put together is technically the highest star-rated players in each position, which sounds logical, but a lot of them are newer and tried, were on loan last year, etc., etc. Guys like Josh Lopez and Thomas Sindelar starting up front together, Klima starting ahead of Rico, Plesko starting at left back, Shihak on the bench alongside Havel. It's been a bit experimental, which is interesting but not great. Then against Wisla Krakow, we won 3-2 with goals from Francis and a brace from Kazaya Sterling, who isn't even registered in our European squad, which might have been a small error that I might have to fix eventually when I get there. But importantly, though, we've had some transfer news as well since the 9th of July until now, so let's give you a quick catch up on that as soon as we get to the screen, because as this save gets bigger, it gets harder to pay it to load up every screen. So since the 9th, where I think we saw Ugalde had left in the last episode, I've sent Mamini on loan to Chavez, I've sent Philip Shimchak on loan to Arminia Bielefeld, Michael Hughes on loan to Doncaster, Ricardo Moreno on loan to Karlsruhe, Will Booth is on loan at Zaglevi, Martin Friedeck has joined Lokomotiv Moscow for a fee that will rise to £950,000, which is pretty good money for a guy who's 33 and wasn't really starting. Mark Wright's on loan at Duisburg, George McEachran's on loan at Victoria Plitzen. Emre Öztürk has been sold to Arka Gdynia. He was that young Turkish-German striker that we had hovering around, but he didn't look like he was going to make it, so I let him go. So 3 clubs by 16, that's worrying. Thomas Bacardi and Joseph Stas have both joined Tichy. I think we've seen Thomas Bacardi before. He's been around a while. He's kind of that all-around midfielder guy who's been on loan for a few years now. He's been everywhere from like Katowice. Yeah, he's been around a lot. Hasn't quite made the breakthrough yet, but might do eventually. We'll see. And Joseph Stas is one of the many Czech players I brought in trying to appease the board, but he's never making it. I'm just trying to boost his value until I sell him. Spent last season at Wiggery. I forgot to even get updates on him. Asking Karimli, who's been around for a long time, developing. I think we signed him at like 18. He's been there for 3 years already. He's gone joined Darmstadt on loan this season. He was at Braunschweig last year and went to Neftchi in Azerbaijan the season before that. So he's developing, but he's not as fast as I thought. I think I could have brought him into the first team as soon as I signed him. He'd still be there, but he wasn't quite there, so I took a risk, and now he's probably never going to get there. Radislav Kondraki is our superstar upcoming right back. He's joined Livorno on loan, which is a great move for him, to Serie B. I think Livorno are, if I remember rightly, I think I looked, they're among the favourites for Serie B, I think. I don't know, they're predicted to finish high mid-table. Either way, good move for him. He'll get some playing time there hopefully and develop as a player, because I've got like 5 good right backs in the squad, so that's good for him. Ervin Omic has left on loan to Carpi as well in Italy. He was at Tanana last year. He was at Erzgebirge Aue the season before, and Arca the season before that. So he's been around with us a while. Played a lot of games on loan actually, but he's gone for some games in Serie B, and he's been at Juventus, actually at Juventus on the Versus 4 series, and I've not used him there either. Taylor Richards joins Orenburg on loan as well. He's been everywhere from St Johnston to Russia now, so he's done a world tour. Had a season in Bulgaria apparently before we signed him. Christian Ambrose joins Juve Stabia, who were also in the Italian Serie B after a season at Hoyneshanka last season. So he's moving on up and getting some experience. And then finally, Tomas Ramirez has joined Stan Mielec on loan, which is probably his level. He's been at Termalitza for the last 3 years. Don't really see him developing much more, but we might make some good money on him because he's Argentine, and that's usually how that goes. Also, looking at some of the activity we've had recently, Jason Campbell's on his way out for $500,000 because I don't think he's quite going to make it, but he's going to Legia, so if he proves us wrong, he'll do it in a big way. Oli Aguilar is on his way to Zaglevi, so is Michael Klima, both on loan. Yestin Hughes is probably on his way to Wisla Krakow permanently. Chris Devine is on his way to Jan Regensburg on loan. Fraser Hornby will join Rakov Chortzow for $200,000 eventually. Dominic Baran is coming in as a loan manager because I need a new one. And also we've got a lot of clauses we could sell on, which is interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. Have a look at that after the game, see if I can find the money for a big signing from them. The other big news as well was that we had a loan offer from Nîmes for Matty Longstaff, but of course he's Matty Longstaff. He's going absolutely nowhere. So, with that all being said, that's all the updates for the episode, and I bet we're like 30 minutes in already. Feels like we're 30 minutes already. This is going to be the lineup for today, I think. In fact, have I changed this? I don't think I have. Let me take a quick 30-second stop of recording, and I'll come back and I'll fix that, because that looks like the same team I had in the last game. In fact, I don't need to. It's the same team I had in the last game, because those are the players I've got registered, and my brain just did the thing where I was just like, why is this like the team I played in the last round of the Champions League? Because it is the team I played in the last round of the Champions League, because those are all the players I have registered, and brain. Well, I will make one change, I think. I'm going to move Pleshko to right back for now, and I'm going to move Shihak on. I think I'm going to put Brzezalski in actually at right back as well, because Pleshko in my head is here more as a centre half, so I'd rather have Brzezalski in there because he's fitter. Otherwise, nothing really worth changing. Maybe I could switch a centre half in for Black. In fact, I should switch a centre half in for Black just to even things out a bit. That's a stronger team. That's what we're doing with. So, Wilson in goal. Got there eventually. Wilson in goal. Brzezalski, Stewart, Bang, and Shihak. Klima, Ribeiro, Jordao, Lis, Lopez, Sindelar. Silas Diego could make his first appearance on the Challenge Day as he comes back from injury. Plesko, Wozniak, Havel, Francis, Black, and Doshdelek. Just have a quick check on the bench, make sure there's no one I want to put in that selection. I don't think there is. Bachalski could make an argument for selection, but he's not going to. So, right, Bachalski and Lopez are lacking match fitness. That's always a good sign. I'm quite liking Klima, Lucas Klima. I'm assuming it's his brother. We've got Michael Klima as well. But I'm liking Lucas. I think he's going to become a really big player. I think he might be one of the few good things to come from our board, insisting that we try and sign more Czech players. Up against us, though, there's no one big here, no one who made a real impression last game, except for this guy, who is Dejan Iliev, who used to play for Arsenal. Obviously he's 30 now, he never really made it. You see here, he had a career at Arsenal, got released, 2 seasons in the second tier in France, then sold back to Macedonia, where he's just kind of stuck now. Never played for Arsenal, that's fine. But he's the only name of note in this squad. And we're leading 1-0 from the first leg, by the way, so it's tight. It didn't go as well as we wanted it to. Have we let him out? Yes, because he's being rested, because he's injured. Yeah, I'm not feeling super confident today, because we just did so badly against them the first time round. I don't know if they've just got our number or if this squad I've selected isn't great. We'll find out early because Valdemar List with the corner whips it in to Jourdau at the back post. That's crossed the line. I guess that was Ribeiro. It was Krivanjeva apparently with an own goal. Interesting. It's worth noting actually because of the way I've got this new studio set up by a window and the sun is directly in my eyes, I couldn't actually see that name, so maybe a rethink there. Maybe a record earlier in the day is the answer, but also I realised it's the middle of Wednesday and I hadn't put Wednesday's episode up yet, so you're going to see this literally as soon as it's edited, and then I'll record Friday's episode, and that should balance things out, hopefully. Right, Stewart with a free kick as we lead 2-0 on aggregate to Liss, to Ribeiro, out wide to Shihak. Shihak's got plenty of space, gets a cross in, doesn't quite find Lopez, finds Brzezowski though. Brzezowski could get a cross in here if he wants to. Nukan, Atankowski, Ribeiro, Lopez gets himself a goal, and that's 2 for the season. And alright, 3-0 aggregate. We're performing the way I expect a team that's done well in the group stage of the Champions League to perform. I think he tried a Rabona then, and it didn't really go anywhere. Interesting. Don't know why you try that. It's one of those things I never understand when I see Cristiano Ronaldo do it. I certainly don't understand it when I see players who aren't Cristiano Ronaldo doing it. It just seems like unnecessary flash to achieve exactly what just crossing the damn ball does. But, you know, opinions like arseholes and all that. Right. Let's do praises of the team. Give them some praise. Shihak picking up a yellow card is not the best thing he could have done for us. We are going to have to play through the playoff after we do this. I can't remember who we actually have in the playoff, but I know it's been drawn. It's been a few days since I've played the game. I know it's been drawn. I just cannot remember for the life of me who we have been drawn against for the next round. As Lopez picks up the ball, what's he got options wise? At least 100 that weren't that. At least 100 that weren't that. Maybe 1,000 that weren't that. That was a bad choice. I know you're feeling confident after the goal, buddy, but that's probably a bit far. That was a lot of people surrounding the area. Pachelski, what can he do here? Anything at all? Ball back to Stewart. Stewart with the ball forward to Klima. Klima with the ball over the top, and he's found Shihak. Shihak has time, he has space, he finds Klima anyway. To Ribeiro. Ribeiro lets Brzezowski loose. Brzezowski could get a cross in here. If he gets a kick, he does, and that's Sindelar with a goal, and I barely saw that. I've really got to figure out this recording setup because I genuinely cannot see the top half of my screen. Such good decisions made. I'm full of good decisions right now. Brzezowski steps on the ball, almost loses it with the tackle there, but finally gets the cross in, and Sindelar manages to put it away, and that's pretty good. That's pretty golden so far. We will hope we can improve on that over the next few minutes. Brzezowski throws it in, I think it was to Ribeiro. Ribeiro back to Brzezowski. Brzezowski with the ball over the top to Jourdau. Jourdau with the ball out left to Shihak. Shihak, what can he do? Anything. Cross. Lopez. Back post. Josh Lopez. Third goal of the season. Second of the game. And Josh Lopez, for a man who's not even match fit, is doing an absolute number on the Macedonians. And do I have to call them North Macedonians? I don't know if I have to call them North Macedonians now. Are they still just Macedonians, or are they North Macedonians? I really feel like I should have paid more attention to the whole name change thing. I'm sure it's important, but don't shoot me. Is that a thing? Don't shoot me for not knowing what people are called. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. It'll all come out in the wash. Right. Lopez, I kind of want to take him off because he's tiring, but also I don't want to take him off because he's on a hat-trick, which is the, catch-22. I think I'm going to take off the two lads who've got bookings, so we'll send on Francis there, and we'll send on Wozniak, because it's always good to give David Wozniak some time on pitch. I could have played Silas Diego, but I'm very aware he's on his way back from injury and we're 4-0 up, and it's not worth risking him. There's nothing to gain by risking him. I would like to see Josh Lopez complete his hat-trick before I take him off. I will probably take him off eventually anyway. But before I take him off, I'd like to see him finish the hat-trick, just so we know he can say he's fully arrived in the Champions League. Let's yell some praise, because that usually makes something go forward. Let's do something more attacking. Why not? Let's just go for goals. Why not make the video longer already? Because I've done a transfer update, so it was already an hour long, or however long I talked for. And that was poor. But hopefully if we go more on the attack, we will finally see that third goal from Josh Lopez. Francis looks for a cross and just cannons it off the legs of his man. Jordao, ball over to Ribeiro. Ribeiro like he was going to have a pop then. Bajelski. Bajelski still. Bajelski! Oh! Iliev did very well to save that. I'm not going to lie. Valdemar Lis is going to whip the ball over. Who's on the back post? That was Josh Lopez on the back post. He could have ended his hat-trick. Could have got himself a nice early shower. He chose not to. And, you know, not great. Not great finishing even after 2 goals. But I'd like to see him get a third. I think if we get to the 90, we'll just take him off. Manevski with a throw-in. Hopefully we can win this back quickly and easily. We do with Bajelski. Bajelski beats his man. He's kept up his run. Can he get a cross in? Just plays it into Ribeiro. Ribeiro with a cross. Sindelar. Oh, he's offside. That's poor. That's very poor. And I think that's going to be my cue to take off Josh Lopez. We'll send on David Havel. Because I feel like he deserves the praise of having scored 2 goals. But he didn't look like getting a third. Some of his heading has been wayward. I don't think he'd have scored against a better team today. We've had 27 shots, 11 on target, and we've only won 4-0. Is a bit disappointing, to be fair. Dressing room, what we're saying. We don't think we need to address anything. I'm tempted to say we got away with it. Let's try it, but cautious. Okay. That didn't work. I thought they'd be like, yeah, we should have just scored 50, but they weren't. So that's how that went. Right, let's find out who we're playing. I think I'm just going to do the second leg of the playoff again, because, you know, it's not as important as the group stage. We're playing Rosenborg of Norway, which is definitely a big one. We might play both those games, because it's Rosenborg. We've not come up against Rosenborg before. They are a big club. It is an important game, so I think we'll do both of those. That'll be Friday and Monday's episode sorted. So, perfect. In the meantime, guys, thank you for watching. I've got to try and remember where the camera is now because I'm lost in the yellow thing up there. In the meantime, guys, I've been ChasingLamely. You can find the Insta, the Insta, the Twitter, and the Patreon down there. As always, like and subscribe is down there. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll have figured my life out at some point after this recording session, and we'll get things back to normal-ish. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one.